Hey everybody, welcome back to the Timepass Podcast. This is your host, Ashika. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. If you haven't done so already, please like me on Facebook at Timepass Podcast. Follow me on Instagram at Timepass_podcast. And check out the YouTube channel where you can watch all the episodes of the Timepass Podcast. The link for that can be found in my bio on my IG or on my website, timepasspodcast.com. Also, if you are an auditory listener, you are tuning in via iPodcast, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Do me a favor and like or subscribe to the show on your listening platform of choice. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, you guys. The woman, the myth, the legend. You have heard me talk about her this season on the Timepass Podcast. I am so excited to have the intern, Madison, here with us today. Hey, Madison. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Like we haven't been working already for hours today together.
That's all good.
Well, I wanted to have you on the show because you're about halfway in your internship experience right now. Mm-hmm. And we've had to do evaluations. You had to do a self-evaluation. I had to do an evaluation for Sacramento State University for this, so you can get credit. And I thought, why not do an evaluation and let the time passers tune in and see what you think and how this experience is working out for you, because I'm really big on mentorship and I like teaching people stuff that I know. Even though I don't really know a lot. So I'm really enjoying this internship. I will preface this by saying you have to be honest. Like if I ask you something and you're like, this really bothers me, you need to tell me.
Honesty is key.
Honesty is key. Yes. Keep tying it back to the theme of the Timepass Podcast.
Yep.
All right, you guys, let's dive in. All right, Madison, how old are you?
I am 23 years of age.
Ooh, such a baby.
Still a little baby.
I remember when I was 23, I was bartending here in Sacramento. I had been living here for 2 years already, and I was getting into all kinds of trouble. Definitely not doing what you're doing. Very good, Madison. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
My best.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. Where are you from, Madison?
I am originally from the Bay Area.
Ooh.
So I went to school there. I went to elementary school all the way up to high school, and I also went to community college there.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm. And then I transferred from Diablo Valley College up to Sacramento during COVID time, so fall of 2020.
Perfect time to transfer. How did that go? Transferring during COVID, because you couldn't go on campus, right?
Right. So I mostly just stayed home my first 2 semesters, and then for fall of this past year, I actually moved up and expanded my branches a bit.
Wow. It's important to know. I never knew. I work with students for my day job too, and we just lost everybody during COVID because nobody was on campus anymore. So it's interesting to hear the other side of how it went. Okay, Madison, what are you studying in school?
So right now I am a communications major. So I just want to, it's very big and I just don't know what I want to do, but this internship really just opened my horizons a lot. Yay. So helped me to figure out what I wanted to do. So
Yay. Okay, so do you listen to podcasts? Prior to joining the team, did you listen to podcasts?
Honestly, I started listening to podcasts around COVID time, so I started listening to the podcast Is a Hot Dog a Sandwich from the Good Mythical Morning crew.
Yeah.
So I just I'm really into food, I'm a huge foodie, so I just started listening to them, and then when I saw this internship pop up, I started listening to more of your podcast, so I guess I started listening to podcasts, but just one main one.
Yeah.
Got
it. Okay. You're better than I am, because prior to starting a podcast, I had not heard any podcasts previously. Okay. So being a student, studying communication studies, they tell you, hey, you're required to do this internship for your degree. What attracted you to this internship with me in the Timepass Podcast?
Yeah, so I'm really into social media. I just loved seeing all the trends. I actually find a lot of my music from TikTok. So when I saw this podcast pop up, I'm like, hey, this isn't like an average like desk job. You're behind a desk just working. It's just like, this is something hands-on and you could just get a jump start at. So I found it really interesting. I'm like, that seems like something I want to do. So
yay. Okay, cool. All right, this is where the honesty part comes in, Madison.
Okay.
How has it been going for you so far?
Really well. I love everything here. I love everyone, even the after show crew. Like, you guys immediately made me feel welcome. And even during the interview, like, I did not feel anxious at all. I was like, this is someone I want to work with. Even if it's just for a semester, like, I want to give it my all. So, yeah.
You know, I love hearing that. Secretly, if I could hold, I interviewed Madison at Starbucks. Secretly, if I could interview everybody in that sort of setting, I think the interviews would go so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're relaxed, you got your favorite drink, it's a pleasant atmosphere, there's other, like, noise around, there's calming music, like...
It's always relaxing in there.
Yeah.
I could get lost in Starbucks.
I think it makes a difference. Have you interviewed for any other, like, internships or any, like, jobs or anything previously?
I have. I've worked 3 jobs before coming up here.
Yeah.
I've worked retail, I worked at a dog spa, and even a chocolate shop in my hometown. But it was always just in their store. And it was, like, outside of that. So...
I just think it's a little... I have to interview a lot of people for my day job, and I've interviewed a ton throughout my entire career. I just feel like if you could interview everybody in a really comfortable spot like that, the outcome of the interview is probably going to be a lot more positive than our usual, like, 4 walls, panel, uncomfortable interview.
Yeah, and especially, like, one time when I was working retail, it was, like, actually a phone interview. So I was actually just in my bedroom with my notes right in front of me, and so it was interesting to say the least, because I wasn't seeing the person face to face. It was more just talking on my phone, and like, this isn't really ideal. I want to see them face to face because I'm a huge person. Like, I'm a huge people person, so.
Vibes. I'd have to say that when you came into the interview, you give off good vibes. And so I think we gelled kind of right away in talking. So it was a good experience for me too. So it's good to hear that. Okay, what is your most favorite thing that I make you do or that you've done so far?
Probably making like TikToks and all the reels. Those are a lot of fun to make because like even though we take so many like takes, it's always a lot of fun to come up with ideas. And we always bounce off of each other. So we're like, what about this? Well, I like that, but what about this? So like, it's not like we just go with one way or another. We just kind of find a way to like combine it.
It's very collaborative.
Yeah. Very collaborative. And that's what I like about those reels. And I also like just like editing the videos too, just to make those little reel shorts. They're a lot of fun because you just get to revisit what your main motive is. So.
Oh, that's so fun. So if I would have had to guess, I would have thought that would be something that you don't like because of how many takes it takes us. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I start getting a little impatient. You're I noticed. I start getting a little impatient when it's like taking forever to get a take. I'm like, oh, like, I promise. Like, and then I worry that you're getting bored. So I'm like, I promise, like, this will be the last one. Like, I'm sorry, we need another take.
And I know it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm a perfectionist. I want it to look a certain way.
I'm a huge perfectionist myself.
Yeah. So. And so, okay, that's so good to know. So, because I thought that would be the thing that you least love doing, tell me what you least love doing.
So in my self-evaluation, I just said like the background noise when I'm trying to edit the audio. Mostly. Yeah. And like I know it's like out of like your control to be like, hey, everyone be quiet, you know?
Yeah.
So especially that one time, I forgot what episode it was. I think it was like with Fabian and your mom during the Mexico episode.
Oh, the Mexico episode. Yeah.
So I know like Alexis was here and like the other, I forgot the other kid's name.
Oliver,
Yeah, but they were just running around, they were just like talking, and I'm just like, give me 1 second, and I just like try to like edit it and just make sure I get those filler words and everything like that. So because I'm a huge person where if I need to like focus, I just need complete silence. And I'm like that in sleep too.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I think Madison has been here when we've been recording with the after show crew, and both Tej's son and my daughter are here, and it's like the entire recording gets disrupted by them. It's super challenging.
Alexis!
I know. That's me. That's what I sound like when we have to stop the recording for the kids. It's like, I'm yelling. I think we posted last season of behind the scenes of me yelling at the kids because it's hilarious after the fact.
Right.
But during the recording, I just get so irritated so fast. So I can imagine what it's like for you when you're like trying to edit things down and you're like, you have us in here talking and then you have the kids running around. It's loud. It can get loud in here, y'all.
I mean, I remember
it's a working household.
Same episode 2, you guys were just talking and I saw them just peek out through the corner and they were about to run in. I'm like, bye guys.
You came through on that one because they wanted to run in. These kids, they're little shits, okay? Like, they know. We tell them. We're like, hey, we're recording. Don't come down here. We'll get you when you're done. We've gotten smarter over the years. We're like, here's some snacks. Here's some water. Take care of everything upstairs. There's a bathroom up there. You don't need to come down here. But yeah, they do. They're a distraction for sure.
That's okay. I still edit it at the end of the day. So that's
you do. What has been your most memorable day on the job?
Oh gosh, I have to say probably like the first day I started because like everyone was so everyone was so welcoming. I'll never forget like Fabian was just like, "Are you 21?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 23." He just whips out this mini tiny bottle of champagne. I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "These are my people. I vibe with these people." So it was just always so welcoming. I'm like, I belong here.
Yay! I think we were filming and recording the Tahoe episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fabulous Tahoe weekend, and that was right after Fabian's birthday. Mm-hmm. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That's where I met everyone. I'm like, oh, wow.
It's fun. Mm-hmm. What are you still hoping to learn?
Probably like the video editing process. Trying to film it and make it flow smoothly and stuff like that. So
okay, I'm like, okay, we'll see. She's got the audio down. How do you like that audio editing? Guys, I secretly love that she edits the audio so I don't have to. I love it. So
it's really fun though, because you just get to see when the gaps are, and if you find a gap, you just delete it. Yeah. It's so satisfying when you just hear it smooth over.
So the thing that I geeked out about once I, started recording the audio and editing it was how I know you've done it a few times now, but after a while, my filler word, you guys, is I say it a lot and I try not to, and I'm not too much of a perfectionist where I'm like, I need to take out every single because sometimes it flows in the conversation. And if I'm anything, I'm real. I want it to sound like me. And I say in talking in real life. So yeah, if I'm using it as a filler where I'm like, yeah, I want that edited out. But if I'm just talking and I say I don't mind that in there. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, the thing that I geeked out upon the most was after a while of editing my own audio, when I'm looking at the audio wave, I can identify the without having to listen to it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I could identify it too in a way, especially if it's this long. What's that saying? A big. Yep.
That's going. It's kind of This is the only stuff that I geek out about is podcast stuff. Yeah. And it's so weird because I never thought I would take an interest in audio waves or any of that. But yeah.
The more you know.
Exactly. The more you know. Okay, Madison. What do you want to do when you grow up?
Oh gosh, what do I want to do? Okay. I think I definitely want to work my way up to being a producer because I always loved being behind the scenes and things. I did theater in middle school and I loved being on the stage, but this internship really just taught me that I want to be a producer and just help people grow and just stand back and that's my person right there.
Yay! Yeah. What kind of producer? For what?
A radio station, probably in the area, because I tend to live in the Sacramento area after I graduate. Okay. So probably a radio station or a TV station where I could just work behind the scenes and just research, because I'm a nut for researching things. So
she's really good at researching things. It's almost every episode since you've joined, I'm always like, Madison did the research. Shout out to Madison for researching this, but you are really good at it. I mean, you come in and I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to talk about. I need you to research this, this, and this while I finish my hair and makeup.
Hey, I love doing it though, because I find like I don't find it on Wikipedia or Bing. I just find it on random websites. Like, that sounds ideal to me.
Yeah, it's great. You're really good at it. You are really good at it. And I think that's something that you had told me during the interview process too, is that you really like researching things. Okay, so are you going to be sad when your internship is over? It's getting there, isn't it?
It would be really sad.
Oh, I'm going to be sad, guys.
It would be so sad.
When are you? It's May?
I think around May.
Yeah. Oh, guys.
The teen Mays, yeah.
You guys, we only have a couple months of Madison left. I know. I'm going to be so sad.
I'll pop up eventually with a bottle of wine, but okay. Yeah.
So one thing that we talked about during your interview, and now you've been here for a few months, was kind of exposing you to South Asian culture. You're big on culture. You're a huge free to follow person.
Huge free to follow person.
And so you were really excited to learn more about South Asian culture. Have I done you any justice there?
You definitely introduced me to new websites and like profiles that made me open my eyes a lot. And even on my own TikTok, on my For You page, like I told you earlier today, like I had a South Asian TikToker pop up on my For You page. So I gave it a follow because I'm like, hey, they're talking about like South Asian representation in movies, and like she recently reviewed the movie Turning Red. So I thought that was really interesting in a way how she developed her own culture with that movie.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I know. I think I made you cha today. I made her chai today, guys.
So yummy.
I'm not a big cha drinker, but because the episode we recorded earlier today was Bridgerton inspired, it was all about Bridgerton, but I just had to have some cha with it because the main
tea and crumpets.
no crumpets though, but because the main character makes cha on the show, and once you watch it, like I was just craving cha. I know
you get cravings after certain shows or movies.
You do. So, what else, Madison? How do you feel overall?
I love it here. I just want to keep this friendship going that we have already, even after the internship is over, because I just feel like we really vibe well. So yeah.
Yay, we do. I would have to say we do. All right, you guys. This is Madison, the intern. I thought it was a high time you all got to see her and hear her. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen her face on her very first day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we took a nice little picture of her and introduced her, but
in this wall.
yes, on the pantry. If you guys ever wanted to know what this is behind us when we record, it's my pantry cabinet. That's really what it is. But I thought it was important for people to hear you too, and just hear how this experience has been going. I definitely need you to recommend this internship to other students, because I loved having an intern. I was able to accomplish so much more. Remember, we had a theme for the year. The theme was growth, and I feel like we have done a lot of that. We've done a lot of that, and we're continuing to do that. So
we're celebrating the big wins, like 2,000 views on the videos.
Woo! Almost 3,000. Yay!
Yeah,
I know. We're having a good time. So, all right, Madison, thank you so much for coming on and not being nervous. It's not that bad, right?
No.
All right, you guys, that's all I have for you today. I wanted to introduce you to the intern. She will go down in history as Timepass Podcast's first intern, and y'all have big shoes to fill if you're going to apply for this internship come fall. All right, you guys, if you haven't done so already, please like me on Facebook at Timepass Podcast. Follow me on Instagram, Timepass_podcast, and make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find the link for that in my bio or on the website, timepasspodcast.com. All right, you guys, if you're a Timepasser, you enjoy listening to this show, do me a favor and share the show with a friend. Share it with one friend. I'd greatly appreciate it. We want the listeners. We want more time passers. As Madison and I said, it's all about growth. Yes. All right, you guys, stay authentic in everything you're doing, and we'll see you next time. Bye.